So, well, first, don't judge me. I'm wearing my work clothes. Don't worry about that. Um, I've had my custom box, and I need to clean it. I just touched it all over. That's not from every day. I clean it every day. But I've had my custom box for a week. So why don't we get into this? Alright, so I've been playing on box for 1 week now, and I thought it was a perfect time to go over how I'm adjusting and if it's the right controller for you. Um, I'm just going to do a pro and cons list and a conclusion for this. So let's start right into this with the cons of playing on box for me. To start right off, I still mess up my recovery from time to time. It's gotten a lot better, but every now and then I'll just press the wrong button or too many buttons at times, and it's very hard to adjust. But I'm sure in another 2 to 3 weeks I'll forget all about this and will be well adjusted. Um, the next problem I'm having is DI is super confusing on box for me. Uh, I I'm so used to having the muscle memory that having to think about the button combinations I have to press just to survive is super hard, and half the time I finally know what to press by the time I'm halfway across the screen. But again, I'm sure in time this will fade out and I'll forget all about it. Um, the next thing is overall, I just can't combo as well or react as fast because the muscle memory is gone. Another thing that will be gone over time, I'm sure. But I'm getting very comfortable with box, but I'm just a worse player now because I can't react as fast or do as many things as quickly. I'm sure this will fade out, and I really hope it happens soon so I can get right back on the grind I was on, getting a lot better at the game. Um, the next and last con is that there's a specific thing that I do that never works for me. I always press jump and up on the control stick at the same time instead of jumping and then up on the control stick because I'm trying to rush the inputs because you have to do it pretty quickly to get the first hit of up air into a um, hit fall so that you can do another jump aerial and hit fall again and do all that. And I'm really hoping I can figure out how to do this properly because every time I do it without like spamming it that quickly, I um, don't get the hit fall correct or I mess something up, and I don't want to lose that because it's a really good combo extender or just a little bit of extra damage in the combos. And I would hate to lose that from my play. Again, I'm sure that I'll probably figure it out eventually. It's only been a week. Who knows? Maybe next week I won't have this problem. Um, okay. Now that we got the bad out of the way, let's move on to the good. The first pro is obviously that my box looks fucking sick. I mean, damn, the art on this box is just so good. Okay, now on to the use of the controller, because that's what you guys are actually here for. Firstly, I've been so much more consistent. When I'm trying to do a combo, it's almost always exactly what I'm trying to do that comes out. Whereas controller, I would do a lot of things correctly input wise, but since I was playing on a controller and they'd get worn out or whatever, they were so much less consistent and it would just sometimes cause me to drop combos or recover the wrong direction, even though I was holding one direction. I don't have that issue on box, especially since everything's separated in buttons and not sticks and all that. So I'm very happy with the consistency that box is. The next thing that I didn't expect to happen is I'm way more patient on average in neutral. So I said earlier I may be the worst player now, but once the getting used to the box phase is over, I'm going to be a far better player than I ever was before. Most people in Rivals struggle to wait and stop pressing buttons, and I had this issue for a very long time. For some reason, the switch to box just made me do it. I don't know if it's because Windows was always telling me to do it, and I was learning and playing him for one of my first actual sessions against people, and it was fresh in my mind. But I just tend to stop and watch what you're doing before I just run at you and try to stuff you out. Or it doesn't sound like a big thing, but believe me, the people that play rivals or the people that coach rivals will understand that most people can't wait. They have to press buttons. And I was just like that. And now I'm not for some reason. So it made me a more skilled player just switching to box. Another thing that happened that I thought might happen, but I didn't think or expect it to happen, is that I don't overextend at the ledge anymore, unless I really want to clip, or it's friendlies and I'm just messing around. But when I'm practicing or taking a match semi seriously for any reason, I will not overextend at the ledge, and it won't cause me to die. Because I would die a lot and lose a lot of games because I would overextend at the ledge and I would just ruin it all. It would be over because I overextended. But now I just won't leave the ledge. I won't follow you unless I'm several stocks ahead or I think it's the right thing to do. But I generally try to stay towards the ledge and keep hitting you off, kind of like melee. Um, yeah, so those are all the pros and cons. So let's get right on to the conclusion. Overall, I don't think box is for everyone. The button layout's a little bit weird. It's pretty hard to get used to for most people. I know some other people that are trying to get used to it and they're still not quite there and they've had it for longer than I have. So some people just adjust quicker than others and you can't let that frustrate you if you do decide to get box. But if you have hand problems, and that's why I got the box. I had started to get hand problems when I would go into practice mode and just lab out a ton of combos, or I'd play really long sessions and try to do really cool things. I would get a lot of hand problems. And I'm a mechanic, so I can't afford that to happen. So it's very good for me because I no longer have any hand problems at all. And if you have hand problems, you should probably consider it. Who knows? Maybe you'll become a better player just because of picking up box like I did. But yeah, that's about it, guys.